What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have my baby here. This is my first truck ever. It's a 97 two-wheel drive 12 valve. Now when I got my hands on it, it did not look like this. It was all that red color on the gas cap. This red right here. It was rotted to ever-living shit. Like actually nothing left. The only, well, the bed's original and the cab's original, but I got all new doors for this thing. I got all new fenders. I think I got a new hood even. And then I managed to repaint and do all the body work on the cab and all that stuff. Painted it all. And then I got the bed almost done. It's starting to rust now. The guy that has it now cares less about that stuff than I did. So it's getting a little bit like that bedside starting to go. This bedside is gone, and like the rockers are starting to go now, floor's starting to go. But yeah, it's my baby. I mean, I worked on this for a long time, and I haven't owned it for a long time. It's been probably like 2 or 3 years. He's got a new grill on it, new mirrors, tinted it, put a tonneau cover on it and stuff. But like, these are the wheels I had on it. Those are headlights that I had. Like, all these stickers are mine. Not the Tint Addicts, but that sticker, the Dirty Diesel, that T&K one's coming off. Basically, we are taking this two-wheel drive auto second gen, and we're gonna be putting this 6-speed in it. I always wanted to do that to this truck. I never got to. So now we get to have some fun and do it without spending my money. So this NV5600 is going in. It's just getting a go through right now. But I gotta start pulling drive shaft, trans mount, all that stuff, and yeah, start pulling this thing apart. It's bone stock in the motor pretty much. So yeah, he just wants a 6-speed put in it. So I guess let's start pulling stuff. Okay, so under the truck now, drive shaft's gotta come off. This brace gotta come off, and then transmission basically just pops out. There's a cover somewhere up there that I've gotta take out to get the torque converter bolts out. This cover's gotta come off. And then we're gonna take these lines off for the transmission cooler because we don't need that anymore. And then, yeah, basically, we will just pop this trans out, and then we'll start on the swap. Okay, so for your torque converter bolts, which are these guys right here, 6 of them, they're 15 mil. They're behind this cover on your transmission, right up there, and then you can get your 16 on a longer ratchet. A Milwaukee will even fit in there. To get the bolts out. If you want to go a little quicker, the Milwaukee does fit. I wanted to go quicker. I use the Milwaukee because it fits. But now, basically, just this and the trans cooler lines, and then, yeah, bell housing bolts, and this trans will pop right out.
All right, welcome back, y'all. It's Monday now. Trans is out over there. So we got ourselves a paper. We gotta do rear main seal, pedal assembly, fuel shutdown solenoid removal, cut a hole in the floor, clutch, hydros, mount trans and truck, drive shaft and yoke, tranny cross member. That's what we gotta do. So I think we're gonna start with this rear main seal right here. So this plate's gotta come off. I already got the starter off. And yeah, let's get to it. It's just dowels holding that in, right? There's just those 8 bolts and the dowels. I was just gonna pry it.
Don't pry it.
No?
No.
Just give it a good schmuck.
Yeah, there's a bracket probably in that hole. Yeah, right there. Heat exchangers, 2 10 millivolts.
All right, so it's been a few days since we touched this Dodge here. I've been sick for the past few days, so Andy's gotten to ripping on this. So 6 speeds in, new drive shaft was made. The original drive shaft for the auto was like 7 inches short, so we had to get a new one of those made. Also, this is the old cross member out of it. It's the either the 2-wheel drive version or the 12 valve version, but that did not work with the 6-speed. So we took, or Andy took this out of his old pull truck. It's out of a 24 valve manual, so you can do manual or the auto, which is cool there. And then slave is all in and all that. You will need, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you will need a spacer for your starter there. What else? I think we just lower it down and all right, so underneath the engine bay here, we've also got, oh, that is really spraying there. That hurt. Underneath here, oh, you won't be able to see it, but we did a fuel shutoff solenoid delete, so that's sitting there. And then in here, here is your new manual shutoff solenoid. Here you've got your shifter plastics. But yeah, I think that basically does it. Oh, are you busy?
What?
Do you want to explain this?
You want me to explain more about the cross member too?
Sure.
Okay, so this here is the park neutral / reverse light switch off the factory automatic tranny. This, oh, I can't see the colors. This purple wire here is your reverse light on. This black and white wire is your park neutral, and this is switched 12 volts ignition. So it sends 12 volts to the switch inside the transmission. There's a D-dent or a rooster comb in there. When you have it in park, it depresses a button, puts power to this wire here, the black and white one, says it's in park and neutral. When you put in reverse, it hits another rooster comb, D-dent, and puts power to the purple wire, turning your reverse lights on. So basically I had to cut this off to make the truck think that it is in park or neutral, so we can use the safety switch under the dash. I'll show you what the plug is for that too. Wired these two together, so there's always power going to the park neutral switch. and then had to extend this one. No, extend the brown and light green wire, which is 12 volts switched ignition, to the one side of the neutral safety switch, or not neutral safety switch, reverse light switch, and then this one here came back from the other side of the reverse light switch. So when you put in reverse, closes this circuit, reverse lights come on, and this circuit is always closed, so the truck always thinks it's in park.
So it just works.
So it works. And since you don't have the factory neutral safety switch, what's nice about the Dodges is they're wired for a stick as well. Because on a stick, it's the clutch switch, so you have to have the clutch depressed. And underneath your dash, there's this little guy. That is just basically you're moving this connection, which closes this switch, down to where this one is.
Yeah.
So then this is closed. It sends power up to one pin in this connector. When you push the clutch in, closes the circuit. Yeah, it thinks the truck is in, or it sees the clutch depressed, and you can start it. So yeah, this is just like a deadhead, like a dummy plug, not dummy plug, like a jumper that's plugged into the factory harness, like underneath it. So yeah, that's that. And then the cross member, as Ethan was saying, I've done like 3 or 4 conversions now, but they were all on 4-wheel drive trucks. So I'm thinking, because this is a 2-wheel drive truck, it has this style cross member. This one does not work. The mount for the 2-wheel drive tranny is up further. The mount for the 6-speed is back further. So, like Ethan said, I went out to my 01 4-wheel drive and looked at the cross member on it, and it extends back here. So it has the slots for a automatic, as well as the slots for a manual transmission.
Yeah, it's a lot more cradled.
Yeah, it's a lot longer. Like, it's a thicker piece here, so it will do both. I don't know why that one's like that. Maybe it's a 2-wheel drive thing. Maybe it's a 12-valve thing. Actually, no, because the other one I did was a 12-valve, but it was 4-wheel drive too. So
That's a 4-wheel drive thing?
I think it's a 4-wheel drive thing. The 2-wheel drives have a different cross member. So,
But
back to you, Ethan.
should be good for a drive, brother.
Yeah,
Should be good for a test drive.
yeah, should be good. So I got to do that after I finish some
What?
paperwork. Torches got to get moved. And I'll take your first spin.
All right, guys. So we've got the transmission and everything all bolted in. Everything's good. So we're gonna go on a test ride now. Andrew's already gone. 6th gear grinds a little bit, but I haven't driven it yet. Third, 4th. Like, where is 5th gear? There it is. Okay, so 5th gear grinds a little bit too. 6th gear grinds a little bit. 5th gear, I think, is a little bit worse than 6. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, it drives like a normal 2nd gen. The one thing that you will have to look out for, though, your speedometer is not going to work, because on your 6-speed, the speed sensor is on your transmission for these 12 valves, and for the 24 valves that the 6-speed came in, your speed sensor is in the rear diff, and this doesn't have a speed sensor anywhere in the rear diff, so there's not really a way to jimmy rig it that your speed will work. But all right, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. But see, this is where NV 4500 versus 5600 is like big for me. I like 1, 2, same. 3, kind of the same. 4, the same. But once you get to like 5th, like that's 5th and that's reverse. Like it takes like nothing to put it into reverse. So like if you go for 5th, like if you go a little bit over, you're in reverse, right? So I don't know. What is, oh, it's this nut. That's gonna get really annoying with that nut. But one thing I will say though, it does scoot pretty good. Like it feels like it moves pretty good compared to like when it was automatic. I don't know if there's anything that's really been done to the motor since I've owned it, but it feels peppier. I'm not sure if that's the transmission or just what's been done to the motor, but I mean overall it drives pretty nice. Well guys, there you go. That's the basics to swapping a manual into your automatic second gen. I, for one, had a good time. I hope you did. I hope you learned something. I didn't get everything that I wanted to in it. I'm hoping that you guys still learned something. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to look at some other stuff on our channel. We've got this compound Ford with a 48RE out of a Cummins going together right now. Hopefully going to be together for Alberta Diesel Day. That's going together. We've got a bunch of videos going up on that. If you want to follow us, we also do just, regular mechanic content, just, tricks and tips, and higher horsepower builds. So, yeah. Like us here, subscribe, do all the things on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Hopefully you come back, and we'll catch you in the next one.